The NBA has had many specific rules and bans throughout league history. While some NBA bans make sense, many others have more curious and strange explanations as to why they have been forbidden. We have witnessed many bans such as clothing and specific shoes from being worn, but some are much more strange than others. Today on NBA Insider, I take a look at some of the most bizarre bans in NBA history. Welcome to NBA Insider. Back in 2004, almost all NBA players would listen to music on their brand new iPods before games or during practice. Back then, it was a cool thing to do and it gave players a chance to plug in their earbuds or headphones and focus on their skill while listening to their song of choice. A good example of this would be Vince Carter. For Vince Carter, pre-game warm-ups seemed like an ideal place to use his iPod. Unfortunately for Vince, the NBA hated music, fun, style, and any combination of those three elements. The league banned Vince Carter and any other players from the use of earbuds or headphones. In regards to Vince Carter and his earbuds, a spokesman for the NBA said, "We informed them that he can no longer do that." That's it. That's all they said. No explanation as to why, just that he can no longer do it. While other sports promote the use of headphones such as Beats, the NBA has completely forbidden headphones of any kind while on the court. This includes during warm-ups, shoot-around, and even as far as in the locker room. Way back when the Minnesota Timberwolves were actually a good team, as in good enough to be one game away from reaching the NBA Finals in 2004, Kevin Garnett was one of the league's most outstanding players. In 2003, many years after their appearance and exit from the first round of the playoffs in the late 1990s and early 2000s, the Wolves brought in veterans Sam Cassell and Latrell Sprewell. The Timberwolves cruised their way through the playoffs as the #1 seed in the West before losing to the Lakers in the conference finals. However, Flip Saunders, the coach at the time, claimed that Sam Cassell actually injured himself while doing the Big Balls dance in Game 7 of the conference semifinals against the Kings. For those of you who don't know what the infamous Big Balls dance is, it's basically a dance in which a player would drop his hands to the private area while bouncing them up and down to imply the juggling of their private parts. In this situation, it's pretty clear as to why the NBA decided to ban the dance, although the dance itself is pretty creative if you ask me. Oh, and another thing, if any player is seen committing this dance during a game, whether for fun or to taunt another player, that player would be immediately fined roughly $15,000. In 2009, long after rapping legend Nelly began the movement, Dwayne Wade started wearing bandages with images on them below his left eye during games. Even though the bandages were supposed to be used for their actual purpose of treating an injury, Wade's bandages became an early statement of independence. Dwayne Wade would arrive and play in games wearing a band-aid with multiple different designs, from the American flag to his Flash nickname and even as personal as his own last name. Wade had them all. It became something even the fans began to appreciate. But that wasn't the case for the NBA. The league decided to ban Wade's stylish bandages because they weren't being worn for healthcare purposes. So much for creativity. Back when NBA champion and two-time All-Star Caron Butler played for the Dallas Mavericks, one of the first things many people noticed is that the guard had loved to chew straws during games. And of course the NBA noticed this as well. So what did the NBA decide to do? You guessed it. In 2010, they banned Caron's straw chewing, apparently for the sake of his own well-being. The NBA told him to leave his straws at home and that they were serious. "It's against the rules," Mavericks owner Mark Cuban said at the time. "It's a safety issue, period." However, the strange habit was not new to Butler, who reportedly had chewed plastic straws at a rate of 12 per game for years before. In March 2009, during an interview with NBA.com, Butler even admitted that he started chewing straws in games as a teenager. He said, "It calmed me down. Then it became one of those things you keep doing." Unfortunately for the league, despite their attempt to stop him from chewing straws, Butler still continues the tradition at home. He doesn't think it's a dangerous habit. Butler had become so addicted to straw chewing that he would send his wife to stop at McDonald's and pick up roughly 60 straws every single day. His addiction had become so strong that whenever he would be given a straw, he could tell where it was from. When given a straw from a 7-Eleven store, he replied, "I don't do these. I don't do 7-Eleven straws or anything. McDonald's, Burger King, that's it. Not Wendy's, maybe Subway because their straw is thick, clear with a clear wrapping, but that's it. McDonald's, Burger King, and Cheesecake Factory's got the black straws. They're kind of thick. That's good quality straws." Good thing the NBA got rid of his tradition on the court. Kind of makes me think what other strange addictions NBA players may have. NBA players use headbands for many reasons. Whether it's to keep sweat out of their eyes, holding back their hair, or even for hiding their hairlines, the headband is a popular choice for many players in the league. However, a couple years back, a new trend would begin in the NBA in relation to the use of headbands. In 2010, while playing for the Boston Celtics, point guard Rajon Rondo began wearing his headband with the NBA logo turned upside down. When the NBA said he had to turn it the right side up or face a punishment, Rondo stopped wearing it completely. Following this incident, the NBA announced that uniform rules no longer allowed for players to wear their headbands upside down. A couple of years down the road, Rajon Rondo started wearing the headband on and off. As for this NBA season, after recently joining the Chicago Bulls, it seems like Rondo is back to his headband days. Good thing he is, because apparently he plays better while wearing a headband. While it's cool that Rondo is now back to wearing the headband, it's still strange as to why the NBA bans the upside down headband. If any of you guys know the answer to this, please let me know in the comment section down below. During a game against the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2014, LeBron James received a broken nose while he was hit in the face by Serge Ibaka while going up for a dunk. While most NBA players such as Rip Hamilton would put a clear plastic cover over their injury for protection, James decided to wear a darker version with a different texture. In his first game with the new mask, LeBron scored a game-high 31 points along with 4 rebounds and 4 assists in 37 minutes. Many NBA fans joked that perhaps LeBron's mask was like Superman's cape. The Miami Heat even began selling t-shirts with LeBron James' face wearing the mask. While Kobe Bryant went for a similar dark cover when he had his own nose broken in 2012, the league was quick to step in when it came to LeBron. NBA spokesman Tim Frank said, "It is our understanding LeBron used a black mask because a clear one he was comfortable with wasn't ready." The NBA, however, did not see any reason to celebrate. The league demanded that James switch back to the typical clear mask before the team's next game. In 2013, then New York Knicks guard Iman Shumpert showed his support for the popular company Adidas by getting their logo engraved in his haircut. Although Shumpert enjoyed his haircut, the league did not feel the same way. According to league rules, Item 5 of Section H of the NBA's rulebook says, the only article bearing a commercial logo which can be worn by players is their shoes. The NBA bans players from getting any logos in their hair. Iman Shumpert had an Adidas logo in his hair and was forced by the league to shave it. As this list goes on, you see how the league tries to get involved with players. Following this ban, Iman Shumpert had this to say: "Sorry NBA, didn't realize there were branding issues with the logo. It's not just hair that logos are banned from in the NBA. It's logos on any player's things except their shoes. Players could even get in trouble for having Nike socks or an Adidas sweatband." And that concludes the video. As always, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If I made any mistakes or missed anything that you felt should have been included, let me know. Also, if you have any recommendations for future videos such as interesting stories or topics like this, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching NBA Insider.